Hey, what's up, everybody? It's DJ Thomas P. Walter from Modern Era Weddings, and I'm down here at the Wedding Factory talking about the top reasons to get married in Pittsburgh. Now, I know that there can be thousands upon thousands of reasons why anyone would want to have their wedding in my favorite city, but we've made a list of the top 5 why you should have your wedding in Pittsburgh. So let's get down to business. Here's the first reason why I think you should get married in Pittsburgh. The views. Pittsburgh is just a cool city to look at in general. Pittsburgh is one of the very few cities that have a viewpoint that's higher than the city where you can look out over everything pretty much. Mount Washington is a very treasured location. At any given time during the summer, you can pretty much drive down Grandview and see people packing the overlooks and taking pictures. Every weekend there's a wedding party there. It's a really iconic place to view the city. Not to mention, Pittsburgh has over 440 bridges. It looks great for backdrops in pictures and such. We have Point State Park, which provides the meeting place of the Monongahela and Allegheny rivers to form the Ohio River. It's a really great backdrop, really iconic view for Pittsburgh, and it's a really popular place for couples to take pictures. Here's reason number 2, the venues. Pittsburgh has a very diverse set of places where one can have a wedding or a wedding reception. We have the elegant ballrooms in a lot of the downtown hotels and such. We have rustic farm venues just 5 minutes outside the city. And there's also the contemporary studio feel where it's like a photography studio converted into an event space, or different type of performance halls like the Pittsburgh Opera, where you can really come in and transform the venue into whatever your vision is, because it's basically just a blank space. Whatever your preference is, the Steel City can accommodate you. Let's talk about reason number 3, the cost. We did a little bit of research and found that the cost of a wedding in Pittsburgh is about 16% lower than the national average. That means getting married in Pittsburgh is going to save you some extra money so that you can put those dollars towards a honeymoon, towards some add-ons for your wedding, maybe an ice cream station or snacks at the end of the night. And those savings can extend to your guests as well, with lodging and, just hanging out in the city. The next reason that we're going to talk about is the city itself. Pittsburgh is a great place to entertain out-of-town guests. Before your wedding, when your guests are just hanging out looking for something to do, they can go around and enjoy those views I talked about earlier, or they can go to one of our many museums, or they can visit the Strip District and do some shopping. Your guests can take a ride on the Incline, which is one of the only incline cars still functioning in the world. They can eat a permane sandwich, because if you come to Pittsburgh, you have to at least eat a permane sandwich at least one time in your life. If you're looking for a night out with the guys or the girls before the wedding day, you can hit up the South Side, which is 50 bars and just a few block radius. So that can only equal one thing, a good time before the wedding, but hopefully not too good of a time. Also, we have so many sports teams here, and the sporting events are usually reasonably priced if you just want to get in the nosebleed sections, which is possible. Overall, Pittsburgh is a very accessible city. Everything is pretty much 15 minutes away from each other. You can catch an Uber. The public transportation system runs all over town. It's just a really great place to entertain out-of-town guests. And the last reason that we're going to talk about today is the location. Pittsburgh is quite a centralized location on the East Coast. It's basically the halfway point between New York and Chicago. So if you have guests coming from out of town, from a lot of different places, it's just a good meetup place. All within a 5-hour drive, you have Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Cincinnati, Detroit, and we have 10 major airlines that touch down at Pittsburgh International Airport. So it's just a really accessible city. It's easy to get to. It's close within driving distance with a lot of other major cities. And another great thing about the location is the temperatures. The temperatures in the summer, they're usually reasonable. Some high humidity, but at the same time, it's a lot more reasonable than a lot of other places. Even the winters are somewhat mild these days. And if your guests are looking to go to the beach, you could drive 2 hours north to Erie, Pennsylvania, which is right on the banks of Lake Erie, It has a cool little peninsula that you can drive out on. There's a lot of little picnic areas and beaches, just fun for the whole family. Once again, I'm DJ Thomas P. Walter from Modern Era Weddings, coming to you live from the Wedding Factory, and this has been the top 5 reasons to get married in Pittsburgh. And I hope you have your wedding in Pittsburgh as well. Contact us today to find out how we can help make your big day incredible. Visit us online at moderneраweddings.com.